Celia Harrison, was a creature of habit and exquisite taste. Her London flat, overlooking Hyde Park, was a testament to both. Silk scarves draped artfully over antique chairs, the scent of Jo Malone's peony and blush suede, perpetually hung in the air, and her wardrobe, arranged with the precision of a museum curator, held only the finest cashmere and bespoke tailoring. Celia, in short, was the epitome of posh. But beneath the veneer of impeccable grooming and effortless elegance lay a secret, a peculiar compulsion that bloomed in the quiet hours after her social engagements. It was an addiction, a guilty pleasure she indulged in with a mixture of shame and exhilarating abandon. It involved Jeremy. Not the real Jeremy, of course. Celia had never met the man, though she'd once spotted him across a crowded room at a charity gala. No, her obsession was with the idea of the petrol head. The gruff voice, the unapologetic opinions, the sheer, unadulterated maleness of him. It started innocently enough. A particularly dull dinner party, a particularly boisterous conversation about the merits of a vintage Aston Martin, and suddenly, there he was, in her mind's eye. Roaring down a country lane, wind whipping through his unruly hair, a mischievous glint in his eye. And the thought, unbidden and shocking, had sparked a surprising frisson of something. Now it was a ritual. After an evening of polite conversation and strained smiles, Celia would retreat to her sanctuary. She'd dim the lights, light a lavender candle, a concession to her refined sensibilities, and allow her imagination to run wild. Jeremy, driving a tank through the Cotswolds, Jeremy wrestling a bear in the Siberian wilderness, Jeremy arguing with James May about the proper way to brew tea. Each scenario, more outlandish than the last, fueled the fire within her. Tonight, she envisioned him fixing a leaky tap in her bathroom, his brow furrowed in concentration, his hands, surprisingly adept, wrestling with the plumbing. The image was absurd, almost comical, yet it worked. A blush crept up her neck, her breath quickened. She knew it was ridiculous, this fixation. A woman of her standing, reduced to such base desires. But the shame was quickly overtaken by the pleasure, the sheer, unadulterated thrill of the forbidden. And as the climax washed over her, a tiny, almost imperceptible smile played on her lips. Tomorrow, she would return to her life of elegant lunches and philanthropic endeavors. But tonight, in the quiet solitude of her impeccably decorated flat, Celia was free. Free to indulge in the most unlikely and undeniably satisfying of fantasies. And perhaps, just perhaps, she'd even order a new set of spanners. Just in case.